Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new Stranger Things trailer that just dropped 2 hours ago. Before we jump into it, if I miss anything in this video or if I'm wrong about anything in this video, let me know in the comments because I'm going to make a part 2 and we're going to go through the comments and we're going to see what I got wrong. I'll give a shout out to anybody's comment that I read. We'll get a shout out. So let me know in the comments if I miss anything or if I get anything wrong. And also, I made 2 other videos about the trailer before this one. I'll link to those in the comments or the description if you guys want to go watch those, okay? So let's jump into it. Here we go. Okay, so first off, we see Steve inside of the weather truck, the weather van. Looks like he's fidgeting with the antenna on the roof, the big microphone antenna on the roof. And then we see him outside of the news station. All right, so he's listening to the decibels of something. Obviously, we could see that there. And now here's where we're going to start putting some clues together. He's driving away with the van. And now people that stay at the weather station or the news station is the rest of this crew. And it looks like they are listening in to what's happening on that microphone outside on the van, okay? Okay, so now I just want to point this out before we get any further into this review, is that what we're seeing is just going to be from the first chunk of episodes, okay? The first chunk of episodes come out in November, the second come out in around Christmas, and then the last ones come out around New Year's, okay? So everything we're seeing now is just from that first chunk of episodes, okay? So just keep that in mind. So they're at the bottom of this news station here. They're listening in. Lucas is outside and he's counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As he's doing that, there is a bunker here. It looks like people are trying to stay safe inside of this bunker. And the lights are flickering, which we know is not a good thing. And there's a lot of kids here. This is not, this is a pretty intense scene that's going to be happening here in the show. A bunch of kids staying safe in a bunker and the lights flickering. So we know that's not going to end well, unfortunately. Hopefully someone comes to save the day. And then they are inside of the news station and the lights are flickering there. We get a scene of Will here, which looks like he's at school with goosebumps on his back. You know, you can see the people walking in the background. It kind of looks like he's at school or something there. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening there. But the decibels are still increasing here from that microphone on the news van. Okay, so now we see the crew or some of the crew drive by a military truck, helicopters in the sky. So it looks like, there's a lot of military around. And keep that in mind. They might be keeping track of where some of these military trucks are. We'll talk about that in a second. Then next we get to see that base at the center of town where that portal is open. If you guys remember in the first trailer, we talked about what monster was coming out of the ground. Something was breaking the ground. You remember that? So this is where that is. We get a nice shot of that. And we get a good look of this place in daytime. And we could see it's the military's here. It's heavily militarized. They are guarding the upside down portal. And it looks like they're trying to break it. We could see a little bit more of that in the later on in this trailer. But the military is here and they are protecting it, making sure nothing's coming in or out of this. Then we get to see Dustin visiting Eddie's tombstone. Somebody had vandalized it, but Dustin came to visit it. We've seen the scene already of Max and Lucas. Lucas is sad, obviously. Max is still in the hospital. But again, we've seen this from the last one. The decibels are still going up. Now we get to see some military folks trying to burn the portal, which obviously we know that's not how it works. You're not really going to do much by burning it, I don't think. Then we see this very CGI scene here, this very CGI building. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. In my opinion, it looks so CGI'd. It looks like you're watching an anime, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Not every scene can be perfect. Hopefully, maybe they touch it up. Hopefully this is the worst CGI we see of the whole season, but I just thought it was funny that when I paused on this, I was like, wow, that looks really bad. That does not look like a building in the real world. That looks very CGI. Okay, so this is important. We see the boys here. Let's see who's here. We see Lucas. We see all four, the 4 original crew here. And it looks like they are looking at a map of the town. So I think what their hands are covering is the center of the town where that portal is opening. We see they have here marked a military vehicle, like we talked about. I think they're keeping track of where military vehicles are around the city, around the town. And I think that they are planning in this scene here how they're going to get in. How are we going to get into this base? We need to do it. They're trying to get to the Upside Down, obviously, to figure out what's going on or stop what's going on. So in this scene here, they're plotting how do we get in to the center of, or sorry, to the that area where the military is protecting. Now here we see 11 preparing to go to the Upside Down through a salt bath thing. We could see a hose going from the sink into this makeshift bath they have here, and a bag of salt, which looks like they're preparing for her to go to the Upside Down. We do see it later in the trailer, but this could potentially be in someone's basement. Not really too sure whose, but okay, we got that scene done. We see 11 here looking like she's getting ready to go into the Upside Down, or she's in the Upside Down, actually, but she's ready to fight something or run away. And then we see someone running away here. I think this is 11. We see this lady. I think, well, she's back. I forget who she is, to be honest with you. It's been a while since I watched Stranger Things. Then next, we see this scene again of them in the Upside Down. And now we start seeing some of the Upside Down monsters that I speculated were going to come back. I think everything's coming back. We're going to see Demogorgons, Demodogs. We're going to see everything come back. So we see a Demodog here. Then right here, we get a nice scene of Joyce. Remember we talked about this in the last video we made? Now we get to see what Joyce was, what was attacking them, right? What was attacking them was a Demogorgon. So we got the answer to that. Will passing out. So where Will is passing out here, we talked about this in the last video, is in the center of the map where the military is protecting. We talked about how Will is going to be passing out there, and I think that maybe that isn't there, actually. I see a lamp in the background, so maybe that's not there, actually. Here we see Holly and Miss Wheeler, Karen, drowning, it looks like, or protecting themselves by staying in water. That could be it, maybe. I'm not really sure, but I think maybe that could be it. If they're staying in water, maybe they're protecting themselves somehow. I'm not really sure there. Next, we see Robin here looking up at that shadow thing. So that's another monster coming back, and it looks like it's going up to this antenna tower here to stop them from listening, maybe? I'm not really sure, but it looks like it's climbing an antenna tower here. So this could have to do with what they were listening to. Okay, so here we see another scene of 11 inside of the bath trying to go to the Upside Down. Then we see this scene right here of Hopper cooking a grenade. It looks like he's getting shot at. There's a lot of bullet holes around him. And 11 is down. Now, we know that this is 11. I'll show you guys in a second how we know it's her in that outfit. I mean, some of you guys watching probably already know this, but that is 11 there on the ground. And it looks like they are getting shot at. So Hopper cooks some grenades, throws them back, and those are the people that were probably shooting at them. So, very epic scene. I'm sure that's going to be epic when we see it in the show. We see that new character, Lucas, being freaked out. Okay, so here we see them. It looks like the crew. Maybe this is Steve, because we see Steve driving in one scene in this trailer. I think that this is them. They took the thing from the news van, and put it on a car. Maybe just move around faster. We see a badass shot here of Nancy and 11 wearing her superhero costume is what I'm calling it. Nancy has a shotgun. 11's wearing her superhero costume. They're still fidgeting with the decibels here. And then we see the boys, it looks like, running through the tunnels from the older seasons. We see Erica here with some sort of syringe. Not really sure what's happening there. And now we see 11 as a superhero doing some superhero-type stuff, jumping extremely high. I don't know what's happening there, but I like it. It's going to be epic. Did she unlock some new super abilities now? One of them means she could jump higher. Let's see what else she unlocked throughout the season. But I mean, come on, dude. That's cool. She's got some double jump effect. So now we see a Demogorgon. And I think this is where we finally see this new monster that is going to be in this season. A monster we haven't seen yet. You can see Joyce is freaked out here helping Will on the floor. Mike and some of the new characters freaked out by what they see. And what are they looking at, you might ask? They are looking at the new monster in the new season, which is like a Vecna type, Demogorgon type guy. And it has a special ability, it looks like, where it shoots flames out of its hand, which you'll see right here. This is going to be insane. And there you guys go. Look at it. Shooting flames out of its hand. This thing is going to be nuts. So, with that being said, there's not really much to look at throughout the rest of the trailer. All I want to say is this, okay? For sure, everything we just watched is going to happen in the first chunk of episodes in November. And, buddy, after everything we just seen, this is going to be insanely epic. All the The bad Demogorgon things are back. Demodogs, Demogorgons. We have this new creature. We have the shadow things are back. It's going to be nuts. This is going to be insane. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if I missed anything, which I know for a fact I definitely did because this trailer just came out 3 hours ago now. Do me a favor, let me know in the comments what I missed. Let me know what I got wrong. I'm gonna read your guys' comments, and we're gonna make a part 2 reacting to all your guys' comments. So just let me know in the comments. Let's do it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I can't wait. You know, November we're gonna get the first chunk of episodes. I think it's November 26th, maybe. Does it say it in this? Let me see. Yeah, November 26th. We're gonna get the first chunk of episodes. So I'm excited, guys. I hope you guys are too. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.